Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I am Ashdin, Doctor, your habit coach, and today with us in the hot seat we have Shubham. Now, Shubham says, I'm a big fan of writing and tracking my habits. I do it regularly. But every once in a while, I lose my motivation to do anything, and I just go on my day without doing anything about my habits, which makes me think that there is a right way to inculcate habits for myself. How do I keep myself motivated? How to lose my laziness and procrastination? For your information, I'm very, very, very lazy, and that is why I write down and track my habits to get out of that rut. All right, so there's so much to unpack here, Shubham. The first thing that you must have realized is that you use the word motivation. Now, motivation is something that we abhor. It is cancelled as a word on the Habit Coach podcast or on our YouTube channels, wherever we talk about habits, because motivation is the single most destructive thing that you can do for yourself. Because you get motivated, you are charged up about something, and then that motivation always fades. And that's when your habits stop. So being motivated is actually a bad thing when you want to create a lasting change in your life, which is what basically habits are. So remember, instead of using the word motivation, you use the word intention. You need to be sure on why you're making the change in your life. What is it that you're trying to change for? If you understand that why, the motivation goes out the way. You don't need it anymore. And in fact, that is also linked to your second problem, which is what you talk about, laziness. Now understand something. Nobody is lazy. Nobody is in that lazy state of mind. It is just that we haven't found something that is moving us, that is inspiring us to actually take action. You know, I'd done a podcast a while ago on this where I was talking about my pet dog on my farm. Now, Victoria, which is the pet dog, sits around all day, lazy as a bum, doing nothing. But suddenly, she sees a crow in a branch. And then she is full action. She jumps up, she barks at the crow, she's into that tree. Where did that laziness go? We see this again when we are trying to study for an exam, right? Oh, I'm so lazy, I can't do anything, I'm procrastinating. But now 2 days before the exam, suddenly all the books are out. You have enough energy to study 18 hours a day. What has happened? You basically found something that moved you, that gave you that intention. So remember that probably the habits that you're choosing are not things that are important in your life. You're probably choosing habits because other people are doing them. You're choosing habits because some self-help podcast, probably like the Habit Coach, told you that it's a good idea to do it. But only choose habits that are very, very aligned with the goals that you've set in your life. See, on the Habit Coach podcast, we're constantly talking about one word, which is evolution. And I want you to evolve. So when you're evolving, you have to decide what you're going to be evolving into. Make a list and only follow those habits. All the other stuff that people are telling you is good for you, don't do unless it helps you with your personal evolution. So as a result, Shubham, remember, it is not about laziness and it is not about, motivation. Instead, it is all about understanding the intention behind what you're doing and following the habits through. One last thing, tracking your habits, using a physical calendar, using a physical notepad and pen is a fantastic way of doing that. So I'm so happy that you're doing it. Full marks to you on that. Please continue. All right. Now, if you want to be featured on the next Habit Coach Hot Seat episode, check out the link below. Give me a nice, juicy question, something that you're going through, and I will answer it for you on the next Hot Seat episode. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and remember, awesome lives start with awesome habits.